The Pacers are on the track for today's first race at Pocono, first half of the early daily double. Number 1, Jeremes General, owned by Antonio Storer, trainer Dan Maier, driver George Napolitano Jr. 2, What's Going On, owned by Marissa Russo, Joseph Russo, trainer David Russo, driver Matt Kakaley. 3, Sweet Talkin' Satin, owned by Glenn Dyke, LeBlanc Racing Inc., James Stewart, trainer Steve LeBlanc, driver Simon Allard. 4, Bye Bye John, owned by Matt Morrison, trainer Neil Balcerak, driver Jim Pantaleano. 5, Little Admiral, owned and trained by Brianne Good, driver Jason Bartlett. 6, Rojan's Way, owned by Chuck Mazzarella, trainer Joe Eisenhower Sr., driver Marcus Miller. 7, Lyons Amusements, owned by Susan and John Marshall, trainer Susan Marshall, driver Tyler Buter. And number 8, Myidealson, owned by Melvin Fink, trainer Marta Piotrow, driver Anthony Napolitano. There are no changes in today's first race. And around the turn, there you go. The Pacers have reached the backstretch, and they are underway in the Saturday afternoon opener. And Myidealson on the outside stepping out, joined at the pylons by Jeremes General. Myidealson, first to show, takes over the lead with Jeremes General sitting in the pocket, and then Lyons Amusements away well third, about 2.5 off the pace. 2 back to What's Going On fourth, followed by Sweet Talkin' Satin. Bye Bye John is sixth. After that, Little Admiral in the trailer, Rojan's Way. Early lead belongs to Myidealson, aggressive from the outside post, gets to the quarter-mile marker in 27 2/5. First time past the faithful today, and Myidealson, coming off a second last time, has the lead. From third, a quick move by Lyons Amusements, winner of back-to-back starts and moving up the ladder, takes over now for Tyler Buter. Back in third is Jeremes General. He's the 2-1 favorite on an evenly bet board, followed up by What's Going On. Fifth around that turn, Sweet Talkin' Satin. Then comes Bye Bye John to the outside, Little Admiral, and the trailer here, Rojan's Way. To the half-mile marker, 55 2, crisp fractions, 28 even second panel. It's Lyons Amusements, the big man on campus right now, leading it by a length for Tyler Buter with Myidealson right in his hip pocket. 2.5 back to third, and George Knapp trying to get more out of Jeremes General. The first overmover is Little Admiral. He's about 7.5 back inside What's Going On. Then Bye Bye John, Sweet Talkin' Satin is seventh, and the trailer Rojan's Way. Lyons Amusements by a length and a quarter. No outside pressure on him right now as he gets to 3/4, 123 even, 27 3 third panel. The fractions remain fast. Lyons Amusements by a length and a quarter. Myidealson still his closest foe. Jeremes General is third, but not threatening. On the outside, Little Admiral fourth, also lagging. Top of the stretch, and the lead now out to 2.5 for Lyons Amusements, as Myidealson could not pounce from the pocket. Jeremes General coming up into second, but nobody threatening. Lyons Amusements moves up again and gets his third straight with authority, this time by 4.5 lengths. Jeremes General was second. Looks like third goes to Myidealson over What's Going On, who was fourth. Lyons Amusements easily. Lyons Amusements took the lead. The results of today's first race are official. The rundown reads as follows. 1, Jeremes General finished second. Number 2, What's Going On was fourth. 3, Sweet. And the Pacers are on the track for today's second race at Pocono. 1, Just Plain Loco, owned and trained by Mark Aiken's driver Simon Allard. 2, Ranger Sure Shot, owned by Wildcard Stables Incorporated, trainer Darren Tannehill, driver Joe Bongiorno. 3, Aston Hill Dave, owned by Barry Charles, trainer David Russo, driver Matt Kakaley. 4, Talk Show, owned by Rosa Barrera, trainer Matthias Ruiz, driver Jim Pantaleano. 5, Babes Dig Me, owned by the Elegant Stable 9, TLP Stable, Carmen Iannacone, trainer Chris Height, driver Jason Bartlett. 6, Blow a Cloud, owned by Thaddeus Weir, trainer Hunter Oaks, driver George Napolitano Jr. 7, Melanie's TEDY, owned by Sam Dahlia, trainer Steve Braybrook, driver Larry Stahlbaum. And 8, Bamski, owned by Philip Fluette Stable LLC, Brianne Good, trainer Brianne Good, driver Anthony Napolitano. Number 9, Best Trick Ever, has been scratched 6, so a field of 8 for the second leg. And the purse, $12,800. And around the turn, there you go. The Pacers have reached the back stretch, and they are underway. Blow a cloud on the outside, pokes a nose out in front. Babes Digme right to his inside is right with him. And a little bit further out, MELANIE'S TEDY coming up as well as they're 3 across. Behind all that in fourth, Just Plain Loco. Ranger Sure Shot is fifth, about 3 back past the eighth. Then comes Aston Hill Dave, another length and a half to Talk Show. And the early trailer is Bamsky, and he is 7 off the pace. And now it's down to a two-way dance for the lead between Blow a Cloud and MELANIE'S TEDY as they come around the turn and hit the quarter mile in 26 and 4. Peppy pace here, and it's still Blow a Cloud at the pylons, parking out MELANIE'S TEDY, having a hard time getting past for Larry Stahlbaum, with the third there, Babes Digme, who's coming off a win, sitting in the pocket behind them. A big gap to fourth, and Just Plain Loco. Ranger Sure Shot, the 3-2 favorite, is fifth. He's about 7 away, and 2.5 more to sixth and Aston Hill Dave. After that, Talk Show staying in line, and Bamsky the trailer. And still, it's Blow a Cloud, and still MELANIE'S TEDY is parked. The half mile, 55 and 1, 28 and 2 second panel. So Fraction Swift right now on the backstretch. Blow a Cloud trying to push back there on MELANIE'S TEDY, who's got to be starting to feel it a bit, and he does drop back now. Into second is Babes Digme getting the good trip. Ranger Sure Shot on the move into third, about 3 back and gaining quickly. Inside there, Just Plain Loco, followed by Talk Show. Bamsky moves up well back there to Aston Hill Dave. The lead dissipating now for Blow a Cloud as Ranger Sure Shot comes up strong. 3/4, 123 and 3, 28 and 2. Third panel, Ranger Sure Shot now takes a slight lead here on Blow a Cloud. Still waiting in the pocket, Babes Digme, and from further back, Bamsky trying to rally. Top of the stretch, Blow a Cloud still has a slight lead here on Ranger Sure Shot. He's having a hard time getting past. Inside room now for Babes Digme. It's still Blow a Cloud there. Ranger Sure Shot all out. Blow a Cloud and Ranger Sure Shot still a slight lead. Blow a Cloud at the line. Ranger Sure Shot just noses him out. Blow a Cloud did everything he could, just couldn't hold him off at the end. Bamsky up for third, Babes Digme fourth, as Ranger Sure Shot. George Napolitano Jr. stood here with Blow a Cloud, who you remember was pressured first over for pretty much the whole mile. Ranger Sure Shot looked like he was going to zip right past him at about the 3/4 mile marker. Instead, they stayed locked up till late when Ranger Sure Shot finally noses out in front. $1,000, mile 152 and 3/5 for number 2 shot. Results of race number 2 are official. The rundown: number 1, Just Plain Loco, finished 5th. 2, Ranger Sure Shot, the race winner. Number 3, Aston Hill Dave, was 8th. 4, Talk Show, finished 6th. Number 5. Trotters are on the track for today's third race at Pocono. 1, Manhattan Up No Ice, owned by George and Rose Bonomo. Trainer Mark Ford, driver Jason Bartlett. 2, Steel Schooner, owned by Little BAP LLC. Trainer T. Wine, driver George Napolitano Jr. 3, AP Hall of Tricks, trained by David Hoover, driver Matt Kakaley. 4, Sanchez Rocks, owned by Marie Hodling, trainer Ron Hodling, driver Ronaldo Morales III. 5, Sweet Sophie, owned by Regina Dewhurst, trainer David Dewhurst, driver Anthony Napolitano. 6, Protostar, owned by Virginia Earhart, trainer Neil Earhart, driver Jim Pantaleano. 7, Reciprocal Blue Chip, trained by Bruce Clark, driver Marcus Miller. And number 8, Halls of Valor, is scratched sick. 9, Father Figure, trained and driven by Larry Stahlbaum. Scratch the 8, Halls of Valor, out sick, and we're now less than. And around the turn, they go. The Trotters have reached the backstretch, and they are underway. Center of the track, Sanchez rocks, showing a little bit of early speed, joined there by AP All of Tricks just to his inside. At the pylons, Manhattan Up No Ice is there as well. From the far outside, Father Figure moving up into fourth and pushing towards the front. Then settling fifth is Sweet Sophie, followed by Reciprocal Blue Chip. Seventh is Steel Schooner in the early trailer Protostar, as right now Father Figure bearing down on Manhattan Up No Ice as they round the turn and reach the quarter-mile marker in 27.4. It's the Saratoga Invader Father Figure who swoops to the front for Larry Stahlbaum. Manhattan Up No Ice not going to sit around for that. Pulls the pocket for Jason Bartlett, and this one off a win at the Meadowlands takes the lead back. Third on the inside is AP Hall of Tricks, followed by Sanchez Rocks, first over moving there, and now gets cover from AP Hall of Tricks. Sweet Sophie, the 8-5 favorite, is fifth. She joins the outer flow. That allows Reciprocal Blue Chip to fill in the gap sixth. Fourth over seventh, Steel Schooner. Protostar at the back is 7.5 away. Half mile 57-1, 29-2, second panel. Manhattan Up No Ice facing pressure now in the form of AP Hall of Tricks, just ahead back for Matt Kakaley. Meanwhile, Father Figure dropping back on the inside, stopping those behind him. Second over Sanchez Rocks into third is still 3.5 back. Behind him on the outside is Sweet Sophie. Reciprocal Blue Chip stymied in sixth. Then Steel Schooner and Protostar. All out, AP Hall of Tricks has the lead, but has not been able to clear Manhattan Up No Ice. 3/4, 125-1. 28 even third panel. Manhattan Up No Ice fighting back on AP Hall of Tricks. Those two, three in front of Sanchez Rocks in third. Now some room for Sweet Sophie in fourth. And off stride goes AP Hall of Tricks. Top of the stretch, Manhattan Up No Ice. Now trying to conquer the stretch. Sweet Sophie has room. Sanchez Rocks on the inside. Belated move. Steel Schooner is coming on. Manhattan Up No Ice short striding a bit, but has the jump. And Manhattan Up No Ice will have enough for Jason Bartlett to get home here. Up late for second was Steel Schooner, then a photo third between Sanchez Rocks and Reciprocal. Manhattan Up No Ice was pushed to the number one at 3. Allard was scratched at 9. Father Figure finished 7th. From the top down, 1, 2, 8, 3, 5, 6, 4, scratch 7. And the race winner, number 1, Manhattan Up No Ice, in a winning time of 1:55. Sports team owned by Wine Stable, trainer T. Wine, driver George Napolitano Jr. 3, Rather Swell, owned by Carlin Savage, trainer Ed Gannon Jr., driver Simon Allard. 4, Cash is King, owned by M. Spack Stables, trainer Travis Alexander, driver Jason Bartlett. 5, Here He Comes a Rockin', owned by Brian and Ira Wallach Racing, Dan Renault, trainer driver Tyler Buter. 6, Mountain High, owned by Lucky Label Stable LLC, trainer Chaz Norris, driver Jim Pantaleano. 7, White Hair Rocks, owned and trained by Crit Walsh, driver Marcus Miller. And number 8, Keystone Steam, owned by Steven Satinsky, trainer Jim Goyardo, driver Matt Kakaley. There are no changes in race 4. $12,500 to $15,000, and the purse is $8,800. And around the turn, they go. The Pacers have reached the backstretch, and they are underway. Cash is King. Pokes a nose out in front early. Now extends to a full head there. Over Here He Comes a Rockin' on his outside in second. At the pylons, Newbie is third. Then 2 back to fourth and Sports Team. Followed up on the inside, Mountain High. White Hair Rocks takes a tuck in sixth. And the trailer, Keystone Steam, he is 11 off the early pace. Pace being laid down at the moment by Cash is King as they whip single file around the turn to the quarter-mile marker. 26-1. They tore that opening panel to tatters. course here. And as they hustle past the crowd, the lead belongs to Cassius King. Winner last time out. He's the 6-5 favorite. Jason Bartlett will try to rate now after that hot opening number. Good spot in the pocket for Here He Comes a Rockin', followed there by Newbie in third. Next up, Sports Teen. He's won back-to-back and is moving up the ladder. George Knapp has him in fourth and still hugging the pylons. Fifth around that turn Mountain High. Then White Hair Rocks and Keystone Steam to the outside of the back. Half mile 55-1, 29 even second panel. So more reasonable on the front stretch there for Cassius King. He's the pacer to chase. Here He Comes a Rockin', stays attached in the pocket from fourth. Sports Team making progress to within 2 now. And a Newbie saves ground in fourth. On the outside, fifth Mountain High is about 5 away. Inside sixth, White Hair Rocks the trailer. On the outside, Keystone Steam. 4 in, 3 out. And Cassius King leading them all. Although on the outside, the Sports Team gets closer now. 3/4, 123 and 328 and 2 third panel. The lead belongs to Cassius King, but Sports Team still striving. Here He Comes a Rockin', a length back, waiting his opportunity. Newbie off the pylons now second over fourth. Top of the stretch, Sports Team has just about corralled Cassius King. Inside, Here He Comes a Rockin' coming through now. Sports Team, slight lead on Cassius King. Sports Team taking over. Here He Comes a Rockin' won't get there. First over for Sports Team, his third straight. Wins it by a length and 3/4. Here He Comes a Rockin'. Oh, right off the bat, that results of today's fourth race are official. The rundown: number 1, Newbie, finished 6th. 2, Sports Team, the race winner. Number 3, Rad. Top down 6-1, scratch 3-2-7-4-5. Race winner 2, Sports Team. Winning time 1, Prevost. Derek Prevost claims the 4. And multiple claims entered on number 5. Pacers on the track for today's 5th race at Pocono. 1 Indigo Art, owned by Gilbert Garcia Owen. Trainer Gilberto Garcia Herrera. Driver George Napolitano Jr. 2 Stick with Kramer, owned and trained by Shea Lair. Driver Simon Allard. 3 OK Man, owned by Kelly Hastings, Ryan Daly. Trainer Kelly Hastings. Driver Larry Stahlbaum. 4 Dream of Luck, owned by Burke Racing Stable LLC. Weaver Buscemi LLC. Trainer Ron Burke. Driver Matt Kakaley. 5 Undertaker, owned by Brian Solden. Trainer Lupena. Driver Jason Bartlett. Number 6 Springbridge Proud, owned by Allison Colazar. Trainer Darren Tannehill. Driver Anthony Napolitano. 7 Lord of Misrule, owned by Susan and John Marshall. Trainer Susan Marshall. Driver Tyler Buter. And number 8 Red Hot Romeo, owned by Sylvia Schuler. Trainer Jim Guillardo. Driver Marcus Miller. No changes, race 5. Less than Pacers to the gate for today's 5th race at Pocono. The range of claiming price is $12,500 to $15,000. The purse, $8,800. And around the turn, they go. The Pacers have reached the backstretch, and they are underway. Indigo Art, fast start on the inside, grabs the early advantage. Stick with Kramer right with him in second. Dream of Luck, center of the track, is 2 back in third. OK Man settles in fourth. Then comes a parked out Lord of Misrule. He's looking for a tuck there and will get it fifth in front of Undertaker. 7th is Springbridge Proud and Red Hot Romeo at the back of the pack. Indigo Art for the moment on top. It's a field of 8 wheeling around the turn to the quarter-mile marker in 26 4/5. On to the front stretch now, onto the straightaway. Indigo Art leads the way for George Napolitano Jr. Stick with Kramer. 3-5 favorite, looking for his 3rd straight win, right in the hip pocket of the leader there in second with Simon Allard. 3rd is Dream of Luck. First one to the outside, Lord of Misrule launching for Tyler Buter into the turn. OK Man stays in 5th, and then Undertaker picks up the cover 6th, followed by Springbridge Proud and the trailer Red Hot Romeo, who's 9 off the pace. It's still Indigo Art, half mile 56 even, 29-1 second panel. On to the backstretch, Indigo Art, the inside. Investigator at the moment. On the outside, Lord of Misrule applying pressure. Stick with Kramer tight in the pocket. Undertaker second over, showing some pace, only 2 1/4 away for Bartlett. Third in is Dream of Luck, but needs racing room. Third over, Springbridge Proud. After that, OK Man and Red Hot Romeo. Indigo Art still standing on the front end as Stick with Kramer takes back second on the inside. 3/4, 123 and 4, 27 and 4, third Panagle. Indigo Art the lead. Undertaker has now moved up on the outside, and the pocket still belongs to Stick with Kramer. Belated move now by Springbridge Proud out wide, coming on just 3 back. Top of the stretch, Indigo Art leads it. Stick with Kramer now to the passing lane. Also diving down there, Dream of Luck showing some pace here. Stick with Kramer takes the lead though. Dream of Luck, Springbridge Proud way out in right field, but Stick with Kramer takes the short way. Stick with Kramer 3 in a row. Well, the trip couldn't have been more to Simon Allard. Right in the pocket. Pace setter hounded first over, and then he comes up the passing lane. Dream of Luck was also surging in the passing lane, but you could see Stick with Kramer just accelerating there and leaving him behind and coming up with the victory here in race number 5. Allard, the driver. Stick with Kramer, 3-5 betting favorite, has now won 3 straight races, moving up the ladder today.